technology here, folks. August 18th, 2022, folks. Welcome back. It's Brody at AlphonsoInvestments. Happily here to bring you folks another amazing video. A modern Magic the Gathering tournament primer. We're going to take a trip over to decklist.org when we're making up our final deck list to be handed in for game day submissions. A mail opening video for you folks and onboarding new subscribers. A special thank you to all of those tuning in on the Freetreon and to those of you tuning in on the Juice. The juice is in the house. And the house is in the juice. MTG Mythic Hunter, Wilderness Wizard, Penguin Lust, and Urban Sasquatch would like to welcome all of y'all to the channel, including the Patreons, Garen Jotter, and the Earl of Drummer. Special shout out to you. Today we got a little bit of mail opening to go over to see what Brody's been buying, stuff that's been hangling around the bottom end of the reserve list, cards that no one cares about. So we're going to get into a little bit of mail opening, discussing what we do on game day weekend preparation. We're going to head over to decklist.org. Let's just take a look at that for you folks today. So if you go over to decklist.org, this is what you're going to see. It's pretty simple. It's just you pull it up, and this is a must-have for any Magic the Gathering player. Basically, it's a deck registration form. You can put in your first name, last name, your DCI number if you have one, what event you're going to, the date, your deck information, the name of the deck, who designed it, and then you go down to this spot here where it says main deck, and you just start putting in quantities with a space and then the name of the card. So you can put 12, let's say Island, and you just punch that right in there and hit enter. Boom. It starts populating all the fields in the sheet as you enter information on there. You can print this out, bring it with you on game day. It'll count the number of cards in your main board to make sure you have 60. It'll also count the cards that you add into your sideboard, which is added down below. This is a must-know for any competitive player. The other part we want to go over is sideboard decision tree, and when do we start the decision-making process to sideboard. The person to talk to a little bit about that is T. Freezy. So I'm going to be hoping to get with him this weekend and talk about the decision tree and sideboards. But what we'll do here for folks today is just basically take yourself a simple spreadsheet, and we're going to head on over to MTG Top 8, which is another place to go to see the current meta. Head over to MTG Top 8 and see what, if you're playing whatever format it is, if you're playing modern, go look at the modern meta game, and then you can start to build a sideboard or even look at some of the sideboards in the top meta game and create yourself a sideboard decision list where you have your sideboard mapped out for each of these potential matchups. So if you're expecting red blue aggro, that's heavy in the meta, 12%, or crashing footfalls, a cascade type decks. Red decks, like a red deck wins, mono red, like a mentor type deck. Those are types of decks that we're going to for sure see in the current modern meta game. So let's get the sideboard decisions set out aside, and we'll write a list that has each one of these types of matchups and the sideboard cards that come out of the deck when we put them in, and the sideboard cards that go into the deck. So when you're in the middle of game day, when every decision matters, you're late, 6 rounds deep into the tournament, it makes it easier because the list is tried and true, and practice the list and use the list over and over again to make sure the list is consistent. So that's our modern primer for you today, folks. Let's get into some mail opening, my favorite part of the video. All right, folks, the new business card on the way. This is from, shout out to the MTG MOXMAN. This one's coming from the MTG MOXMAN, my first piece of MTG MOXMAN mail. Sorry about the mic bump, but pretty excited here, folks. This was something, oh yeah, Alphonso. This was something that the MOXMAN opened on the channel. This is, oh, what do we got here? think this is maybe double masters. It's packaged with, he's got the extra sticky tape and the definitely a tamper-proof seal. If that was tampered with, you would know it. Everything in a top loader. Nicely done. Jam-packed goodness. There we go. So special thanks and a shout out to the MTG MOXMAN. This must have been double masters. We hit a glimpse, the unthinkable. That must be our good card. Alenda the Dusk Rose. Bloodforged Battle Axe. Teferi's Protection. This is the card. This is the card, folks. If you look back to one of Brody's earlier films on the bottom 10, I'm talking about building with Teferi's Protection and another card. And this is by far the best art, best copy of it. This is the double masters that we opened over on the Moxman's channel. Check out a link in the description below. We got ourselves a Quasali Pride Mage, Disfigure, a Night Token, Thought Scour, and a Wall of Omens. Very decent stuff. Thank you very much, MTG MOXMAN. Speaking of which, always cool, stay in school, always bring Brody's tool. Let's go. Pull tabs, sticky tape, not the sticky tape, not the extra sticky, just the sticky. Pull tabs. This is a box. Like, this is a pack. This is thick. This is like mail day Brody, MTG 30 on the roadie Brody. This is like a thick box. It's got a bear token on the front. Let's take a look here. Inside, what we like to see, a double tap of the single styrofoam chip, and Balduvian Hydra's at the door. Knock knock, here we go, Balduvian Hydra. And on this side, Natural Balance. A couple bumped up copies of Natural Balance there. This one's got some pen on it. Let's try and get a little better shot for you there, folks. This one's got some pen on it. Subterranean Spirit, some more of the bottom 10 cards that Brody's picking up for the collection. Subterranean Spirit, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 copies of this. 2 play sets. Double play set of the Subterranean Spirit. 2 copies of Natural Balance. Malignant Growth. This guy looks like he's just seen a doctor. He's really not in good shape, but double play set of Malignant Growth happening there. Not a bad card from Mirage. Infernal Denizen, another card, a 5/7. This card was on Brody's bottom 10 a couple of weeks ago, and here we are. This is kind of gives you an idea of how far and how long of a wait there is in the mail. Balduvian Hydra, that was right at the top of the list on Brody's bottom 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 copies of the Balduvian Hydra. Thelan's Curse. 2 of those. Splintering Winds, a card I just love to buy because it's just so far down at the bottom end of the list where nobody even cares about it, but it's got an interesting effect from the Alliances block, at least a double playset there. Trailblazer, making creatures unblockable. This is all reserve list, double playset there. Another copy of the Infernal Denizen for the collection. Illusionary Presence. And another copy of the Balduvian Hydra. All right, that is some swell reserve list hits on the roadie Brody. More reserve list for the collection. These are all cards that have been on Brody's bottom 10. Not only do we put them on the bottom 10, I think this was 60 bucks. Like, that's a stack of reserve list for 60 bucks on Brody's bottom 10 reserve list. And if some cards end up going like sort of the way of Hivas of the Scale, like that card, I think we threw a toonie to some of the YouTubers out there asking them to pick themselves a copy of Hivas of the Scale, and now this guy looks like he's just about to fall off his bicycle. And now that card's seen a big uptick. What are we into here for some reserve list cards that no one cares about, like $100? All right. We did get the bear token, so that's another bear token. Be aware, there's a bear in the open. He's a token. Couple pull tabs. The sticky tape. Not the extra sticky tape, just the sticky tape. All right. The single styrofoam chip. Winter's Night. This is a card that was right down at the bottom end of the reserve list where no one seems to care about it. We're putting in a copy of Winter's Night to Brody's collection. Implements of Sacrifice. Is this all reserve list? All right. Razer Pendulum. Another card on the bottom end of the reserve list. Let's go. Wave of Terror. Coming in the mail, another 2-3 play sets. The Bioshivan Dragon is home, landed in. So for $100, this is what we're looking at. All cards from the bottom end of the reserve list that no one cares about. Teferi's Imp, another card with phasing. So we've got the Rainbow of Free, Teferi's Imp, the Winter's Night, Wave of Terror. This is an amazing card. This card just, if you saw the video, you know what it does. Like, I'm just super stoked to get this 3 mana card into the collection. Teferi's Imp, 4, 5, 6, 7 copies of the Teferi's Imp. Razer Pendulum. At the end of each player's turn, if that player has 5 or less life, Razer Pendulum deals 2 damage to him or her. So this is just a tick kill card that at the end of the turn you're going to take 2 if your life total is below 5. This thing can go around the table and do all kinds of damage to players. It's only a couple of bucks. Findhorn Pollen, another card that we talked about. Phil Folio, one of my favorite artists. This card gives all creatures allergies, a permanent -1/-0 as it's on the board. I may have missed that in the last video. So this gives all creatures -1/-0. It does have a cumulative upkeep, and then for a green and 1, you can give all creatures on the battlefield another -1/-0. And anything that reverses a creature's power and toughness, can instantly kill creatures. So another triple play set of the Findhorn Pollinate. Thelonite Monk. This guy, he's a cleric, so super relevant cleric creature type. Sack a green creature to turn target land into a basic forest. Mark change lands with a counter. It's a permanent change, so it's permanently a forest. This guy's from the Fallen Empire's block. Another play set. Or two play sets of that. Implements of Sacrifice, an artifact that makes colored mana, so 2 to cast it. It's good in old school. 2 to cast it, 1 tap and sacrifice it. You get 2 mana of any one color to your mana pool. And Winter's Night, card that doubles up your snow-covered lands mana production and makes them not untap during your controller's next untap phase. But this card was spiked up when we get a reprint in Snowlands or any sets that play snow. We seem to get an uptick in the price in Winter's Night. Wave of Terror, another black card from Weatherlight with an upkeep of 1 that's cumulative. At the end of your upkeep, bury each creature with casting cost equal to Wave of Terror's last paid cumulative upkeep cost. So the Teferi's Imp, when it phases out, choose and discard a card. When it phases in, draw a card. There's a 1/1 with phasing. A card that I want to really see, it's coming together, folks. It is coming together. A card like Teferi's Protection that phases all your permanents out. Great card that you can combine with creatures that phase out, board wipes, or anything that any type of mass or AoE removal spell. You can put, if you're a degenerate AoE removal spell player, you can put AoE removal in the comments section below. If you love to wipe the board, reset the board. Of course, we know we all like to do that. All right, so $100, and this card, this is one of the mail openings that I'm super stoked about. This one's coming in from another package from the Dual Brain MTG. So the package come in from Dual Brain MTG. shout out. We got MOXMAN male and Dual Brain male all in the same video, folks. So we got shout out to Ed over at Dual Brain MTG bringing us some box breaks. Thanks to Ed, bringing us some serious Dual Brain magic over on his channel. Always like to see what's that about. Oh yeah. Cower in the shower. Oh yay. The Macho Bro says, let's go. Dual Brain Mel on hand, ready with Brody's tool. Grip it, rip it, flip it open. Let's see what's inside. Oh, two things. There's more than one thing in here. There's a couple of things in here. Super secure. Oh, the poppiness is real for Ed over at Dual Brain. Nice. We got some snap, crackly, poppy packaging. Ooh, prophecy. What is going on here? Hello, hello, hello. Prophecy? Prophecy? Are we like... Is there... Oh, this is the prophecy. This is the prophecy box break that we did over at the Dual Brain channel. Okay, so you guys want to check out... If you guys want to participate in some amazing box breaks, like if you want to do it right, head on over to Dual Brain MTG. This guy's got it figured out, and I really enjoy participating in some of the Discord chuckles that go on over at Dual Brain. A lot of good content. We got ourselves a Ristic study, folks. I haven't even watched the video, Brain. Oh, buddy. Right on. So, calming verse in foil. Destroy all enchantments you don't control. Then if you control an untapped land, destroy all enchantments you control. Okay, we got foil calming verse and a Ristic study in our Packs of Prophecy. We also got a Humble Badoka. Can't be the target of spells or ability in from Kamigawa. So, like, this guy does a great job. Oh, man. We got some hits. We no poo-poo for me in this one. No poo-poo. Hashtag no poo-poo in the comment section below. All right. And there's 2 packs of Prophecy, so I don't know if this is, like, the good ones out of there, but I want to save the packs. So, yeah, there we go. This is Ribcage Spider. There's going to be a video I got to go over. Take yourself over, Brody. Link in the description below. Dual Brain MTG. We got the Spore Frog. I'm assuming we got the Ristic Study and the Calming Verse in this here pack. Also a Hollow Warrior. Some good uncommons. Wingstorm. Woohoo. And so let's put that. Oh, big thanks to Mr. Ed over at Dual Brain for rolling me up, sir, some packs of Prophecy. And then over here we got, this was the Kamigawa. So the Humble Badoka must have been the super califragilist hit in this box here. Kamigawa, AlphonsoInvestments. You know, might be meeting up with Ed Dual Brain in the future. Was hoping to collaborate on a couple of videos, but this gives us something awesome to talk about. Some of my favorite, some sweet Kamigawa cards. Obviously, I'm thinking these are going to be, yeah, the lands. We got a couple of stuff, comments here, but the Super Deluxe is going to be that their Humble Badoka commons. I never did open any Kamigawa, so this is like my first pack fresh. I can actually get a good smell, a good sniff of the Kamigawa set. A Desperate Ritual, very cool. Wandering Ones, another couple of Jonas Ray's Covenant, Kiskun. So, all right, that is sort of like the foil card, and then we did get, okay, a split card, Ogre, Initiative Blood, Allure in the uncommon spot, Condas Hadamo, Dance of Shadows, Horizon Seed, some uncommons, Blood Speaker, Orderly Journey, Sortavi, Reciprocate, Cranial Extinction. There we go. This is Cranial Extraction. Name an online card, search target players, graveyard, hand, and library for all cards in the name, remove them from the game, then that player shuffles their library afterward. All right, remove. It's like a Lost Legacy. Kuru Pit Lord, the Demon Spirit is Demon 9/9. Okay, at the beginning of your upkeep, sack him. Unless you pay 4 black, pay a life. Target creature gets a -1/-1 until end of turn. Seems like a commander card. Journeyer's Kite. Search for a basic land, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. Want to give a special thanks to all the Freetreons for watching. Garen Jotter, Smash Jackson, Dusty Cully, Murray Cooper, Coin Pomeroy, Tyler Harrison, Tyler Friesen, Kyle Mears, and the one and only MTG MOXMAN. And another amazing shout out to my friend Ed over at Dual Brain Magic the Gathering, giving us some amazing hits in our box breaks. Participating in those box breaks is always a lot of fun over at the Dual Brain MTG channel. Some amazing reserve list hits for you guys today, and some amazing news. We're going to throw this in at the end of the video. Brody may be meeting up with Dual Brain, Ed over at Dual Brain, in the future to collaborate on something somewhere in a universe near you surrounding MTG 30. So that seems like pretty big news for the channel. A special thanks to my mom. She's made some amazing pepper jelly. I can't wait to try that. I can smell it brewing on the stove as we speak. All the new subscribers and the 112 of you Magic the Gathering players who love the game as much as I do, spreading peace, love, and happiness to the universe. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll talk to you again real soon.